Good morning, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching. Tommy Robinson was in court yesterday and he was cleared by a judge regarding trumped up terrorism charges, where he was arrested down south, I think it was down by the Channel Tunnel, and he was arrested on terrorism charges because he wouldn't give the police access to his mobile phone. He wouldn't give them the PIN. Let's just see what the Independent said at the time. Tommy Robinson charged with terror offence after failing to provide phone password. This was Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act, Kent Police said. This is the issue with government's overreach that I always have. Whether it's the Online Safety Act, which on paper it says is going to protect children, and that may be a small portion of it, it's not going to be used for that. It's going to be used to come after people like you and people like me. And it's the same with these terrorist acts. I know Tommy is not a terrorist. I've never met him. I know this. This is patently obvious. What I do know is that the assailant that got a little knife happy on the train from Doncaster down to London on the weekend, his objective was not to cause fear, panic and alarm. His motive, in my opinion, was to promote terror. In what world is this not a terrorist? It's because of the definitions that the government uses. This is how the law is always weaponised. Now we move on. Let's just see now. Police stopped Tommy Robinson because of his political beliefs, ruled the judge. The far-right activist, according to some media outlets, refused to give officers his PIN number for the phone and is cleared of all charges. Well, as he should be. The process is the punishment. This is what people need to understand. People are called far right. When they say far right, do they mean people that talk like me? That don't talk with received pronunciation? That don't have millions of pounds in the bank? Or don't have a bank with mummy and daddy that they can get a new house bought for them by? This is the point. If you form a certain social class in the United Kingdom, you are looked down upon. This isn't just by the legacy media, this isn't just by the elites, this is literally by anybody. Even people that may have come from working class backgrounds that have escaped the working class status look down on the working class. Even new media do it. Never be fooled. This is the biggest reason for why the Labour Party have to stain for the working class, because many of the Labour politicians got out of the working class and now they scold and they mock people that didn't do the same. The issue with Tommy is that you may not agree with him on most things. You may think that he comes across, in a bit of a brash way. I've got issues with some of the things that he's come out and said and the way that he puts himself across. He doesn't do himself any favours. Sometimes he makes a rod for his own back. I believe that everybody needs a fair shake, I believe everybody needs a fair hearing, and I believe that everybody should be treated equally under the law. I've had people comment on my post before, oh, you're a Tommy fanboy, he's your buddy, he's your mate. Well, I've never met him. Alright? Okay, I've been to a couple of marches that he promoted. That doesn't make me a fan, that doesn't make me his friend. It makes me even-minded, and it makes me a patriot. And people say that they were violent on the far-right rallies that Tommy has arranged. I thought, well, no, that doesn't sound particularly accurate. I want to go and see for myself, which is what I did. This is what a lot of people do. The impact of seeing people, working class people, being leaders or leading people the way that he does, this is a positive, this can be a good thing. And I think that you need to promote and you need to support people when they do things that you agree with and call them out when they don't. The point of the matter is the state will always come at you when you step out of line, when you say things out of the liberal worldview, and if you are working class, they'll brand you far right, they'll demonise you in the press, they'll demonise you in the media, you'll never be given a fair shake from the legacy media gatekeepers. This is why new media is expanding and people are doing it themselves. They're like, right, can't trust the BBC, can't trust ITV. They cover up the grooming gangs, they cover up X, Y and Z crime because of ethnic tensions, and they say diversity is a strength. This is what Tommy has helped uncover. People say that he's an ethno-nationalist. I know that's not true, he's actually a multiculturalist. Anyway, these are just my thoughts. I'm glad that he's been acquitted. I'm glad that the judge actually saw sense. It's because he's high profile. It's because he's too high profile. That's why they did things like this. I don't think they ever expected a conviction. They want to stop any further crusaders, shall we say. They want to stop 10, 20, 30, 100 Tommy Robinsons coming down the pipeline by saying, if you want to follow in his footsteps, this is what's going to happen to you, is to send a very specific message. This isn't Labour Party specific, by the way. The persecution of this guy was happening under the Tories. The deep state, which I made a video on yesterday saying this because we've got weak political leaders, the deep state is able to run amok. This is an example of it. Tommy's on their watch list for the wrong reasons, but he's on their watch list, and if he steps out of the line, they'll come down on him like a ton of bricks. This is law for... Anyway, these are just my thoughts. Rant over. You don't have to agree with my video. Like and subscribe if you think I've added value, and I'll see you in the next video. You have a good day, and thank you for watching.